What's up with my voice? Hello and welcome everyone. I hope you're having a great day. They will be continuing to work on Jinx for Zigzag Challenge. For those who have been following the progress, welcome back. For those who haven't, I am making Jinx into Rapunzel, or a Rapunzel-inspired Jinx skin, so to speak. This one that I quickly mocked up in Procreate on my iPad. So I took like the basic Jinx pose and then just played around with it, added more like Rapunzel colors and stuff. Hi Layla, what's up? Hello Sanur, welcome. Yeah, I'm not too bad, just finished work and got back home and yeah, just gonna stream for a couple of hours. There are already a few things that I could see that I want to fix and they're like really bugging me, so I think I'll just jump straight into it and let's just get chatting along the way. Hi Asmana, welcome. So please, if you have any questions or just want to chat about anything, let me know. The second part of like short reels series in my Instagram is coming. I think I'll edit it tonight and release it tomorrow. Just want to make enough progress for people to see in the short format what I want to of what I've changed, which I think will be a big jump because the first part on Instagram only showed the block out and basic proportional changes. So on this one right now, I want to push her eye sockets and her eyes in. Right now it's like rather flat. So let's do that and I'll show you how you can move 2 or 3 or as many meshes as you want at the same time, even though they're not like part of one tool. So the easiest way to do it is just to mask out the area that you want to change. For me, it's the eye sockets. Buppa! Привет, привет, привет. Hi Layla, hi Sansan, welcome. Okay, maybe it's like this big. So let's keep this area unmasked. Then you can just quickly go to the most right icon and click on it, and it will like sort of show you that it's kind of affecting all the subtools in the list as opposed to just affecting one. So let's do that. But we don't want like anything else to move, like the hair. So a smarter way to do it would be to do it in a group. But I'm being lazy. So let's say we want to move the eyelashes. We don't want to move the hair, so we mask it. We don't want to move the strands, we mask it. And what else? We don't want to move the eyebrows. Cool. So now, as expected, if we move it, nice, it moves all of the subtools together. Let's go up a subdivision level. Cool. Let's smooth out the mask and do it one more time. Cool. My face is blocking the concept as well. This is the concept, so I think I'll just shrink it, put it up somewhere. Смотрели TGA 2024 и анонс Ведьмака 4 только что посмотрела. Я немного... Я не матерюсь. Я не ожидала, что это будет Цири. Я хотела об этом как раз сейчас поговорить. Can you please explain it again? Is it the transpose tool? Yeah. So again, go into the mesh that you want to affect, and sometimes you want to affect the entire mesh, so just click on W to bring up your transpose tool. If not, like in my case, I just needed the eyelid area, so I masked it. Let's go down, blurred it, and positioned my pivot right where I need it to be, so kind of like in the middle. And by default, this is what you'll see with the transpose tool. Yeah, transpose. But I just turned on this icon. And now all the meshes in my menu, in my subtool menu, in my subtool menu, will be affected. Don't pay attention to the naming. So the meshes that I don't want to be affected, I mask. So I go in and I say, just mask. If you don't know how to mask the entire mesh in one click, it's just Control and click on the canvas. And same for the eyebrows, same for the strands. I just went in and said mask. And now let's go back to the face. Make sure this one is turned on. And if you move it now, it will be affecting all the meshes. See, it's doing its best. Here you go. Cursed Jinx. She is snail now. You know? Isn't that what you guys here for? Cursed content? No? Anyone? I'm just kidding. I hope you were able to understand what I meant. This is the transport. Hey Layla, hey Tima-san. Did you have dinner? No, but I boiled some corn. Welcome, my partner. Chat. My partner, chat. Now I boiled some corn and I made a protein shake. Because adult, responsible. Gotta get the protein in. Corntastic, I know. Oh, I see, that's amazing. Thank you again for explaining. All good. Caitlin. Or Catlin. What do you mean? What about Caitlin? It looks great. I don't know about digital sculpting, but I guess it's a lot of work. It is. And it isn't. It is a lot of work because you have to make it work from all the angles. You can't just make it look good from the front and forget about the side, the 3/4, the back. You know, because it will show. However, what I mean by it's not a lot of work, there are some things we don't have to worry about, like lighting or shading, in the sense that 2D artists need to like figure it out on their own, and they need to figure out the perspective themselves, the shading themselves. Here, like, the software is already doing it for me on the fly. You know, I'm just changing shapes and it's like adjusting the shading accordingly. So there are some upsides, some downsides too. Sorry, if you see me glancing on the other side, it's because I have another screen here and I have some good references that I found of profile of Jinx, and I can clearly see what's wrong with her face right now. It looks like a character from Arcane, because it is. What do you mean? Don't you see the the name of the video? Yeah, we're sculpting Jinx, but in the style of Rapunzel. Good question. Gorilla's burger? I think I'll be fine with corn. Although, yeah, maybe halfsies. Привет. Привет, Danny. What color of hair do you prefer? On her? Oh, I love her blue color. But, just making a different spin on her. Plus, Jinx as like a game character has had so many different hair colors. I feel like through the history of League of Legends. So I think she's still recognizable even though she's got blonde hair now. Well, in this version. If any of you ever played League, do you know if Jinx ever had blonde hair as a skin? I never played League. Ooh. Yes, blonde kinda sets in, but other colors can be good too. Yeah, I'm making Rapunzel inspired Jinx, so I wouldn't think that other colors would work. Just specifically trying to get Rapunzel look for her. See what's wrong with her. Maybe, ooh, not like that, but her cheekbones could come a bit further. I have a pretty flat face, so I think I subconsciously make all of my characters have very flat face. But I think her cheekbones are more protruding than mine are. See how like flat it is? I think hers is like, you know, the kind of thing that a lot of 3D artists do without realizing. We like put bits of ourselves into the characters that we create. And she's got cheeks, right? It's really hard to recognize her without any makeup. It's so like part of her. When I turn it off, it doesn't look like her. You know? Weird. Indeed. Hey, hello, Nico. Your face is beautiful, thank you. A wider face near the upper ear. Upper ear? Here? I guess. I think it's fine. Maybe for here? Trying not to overdo it though. I don't want her to look like too puffy. She's quite a skinny character with very low body fat percentage. Yeah, so today, for those who don't know, or maybe you don't play games, or maybe you just didn't know, there was the Game Awards show, basically Oscars but for games. That happens every year. And what do you know, they dropped a trailer for the new Witcher. Like, if you were part of the Witcher community the past few months, you kind of knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I was really hoping it would. By the way, if you're trying to sculpt on the character, nothing happens. Probably because of spotlight projection when you turn on these like images. Yeah, it will try to project it and it will not let you sculpt on it. But yeah, anyway, the Witcher community was very aware that something was coming because CD Projekt Red, the company behind Witcher games, has been teasing coins, like these really peculiar looking coins, on the internet the past couple of weeks, months, not sure. And the fans were like, oh, the show is coming up, they're gonna drop a trailer or a teaser or something. And sure enough, they did. And it's not what I expected. How long have you been working on the sculpt? Looks awesome. Thank you. Not long. And I've only been sculpting and working on it when I have time, because I have a full-time job as well. I wouldn't say a lot. Maybe like 10 to 12 hours total so far. Maybe 10 hours. Yeah, I'd say 10 hours. Yeah. So anyway, are you guys excited for the new Witcher? Because it's my favorite game of all time. No matter what game I play each year, nothing beats Witcher 3. So I'm super excited. The new saga with Ciri. I really did not expect her to be the new Witcher. Personally, I think it's a lot of like problems that you'll have to run into as a game developer, because Ciri is overpowered. He's got these powers of like jumping between worlds and bending time and whatnot. And making her a witcher, it's interesting. But I'm sure they'll be able to pull it off somehow, explain it. Yes, Witcher, yeah. So excited. Did you do the illustration? I took the base from Fortiche, but then I redid almost everything. So this, the hair braid thing, the clothing is different. So I'd say I took the base skin of Jinx, but then the rest is kind of me adding on top. Okay. I just saw the trailer just before hopping on into your life. Yeah, how do you find it? I think the vibe of The Witcher was there, definitely. It's gonna be a different experience though, we shouldn't be trying to compare it to Witcher 3. Although I know people will, I will. But like the music and the just ambience, it felt very witchery. Как вам трейлер Ведьмака сегодняшний? Я на английском поболтала об этом. Может, у вас есть что добавить? Цири, конечно, очень... Как это на русский? По-русски. Overpowered. Слишком, короче, мощная она. Не знаю, как это будет CD Projekt Red исправлять. Okay, no more questions. I'll be moving on then. Another thing, I feel like this distance is too much. Let's move this here. Let's move her ear closer. So for that, let's go down to the lowest level. For any big changes like these, I like to, come on. I like to go down to like the lowest subdivision level possible. And blur out the mask and position it where you want it to be. Now let's push it in. Okay, better, I think. Очень странно, из Цирилла взяли мужскую версию Геральта, и по лору Цирилла же не имеет силы ведьмаков. Она не прошла в детстве этот страшный обряд ведьмачий. Но, видимо, прошла между третьей игрой и нынешней. Что-то произошло. Значит, все-таки, может, она потеряла силы свои, поэтому решила пройти. А может, что с Геральтом случилось? Но они что-то придумают, они хорошо пишут истории, поэтому я не особо волнуюсь об этом. То, что она выглядит как немного странно. Да, есть такое. Но это ж только трейлер. И игра выйдет еще эгэгэй. Они еще поменяют. Ты знаешь, что Геральт вообще не так выглядел, когда первые трейлеры появились? Он выглядел немного похуже. Я про третьего Ведьмака. Okay, let's adjust her chest area a little bit more. And then I think we'll move on to blocking out either the hair or the outfit. Reason why I'm spending so much time on chest area or neck area, because we're gonna see a lot of it, so I can't not have it right. Same goes for the abs. They're quite visible. Well, below one side. But yeah, huge fan of the Witcher series and books, read all of them. And I know that Andrzej Sapkowski is writing yet another book. That greedy old man. He knows what he's doing. He doesn't care for the games. He's like, you know, he loves his books. And he gets paid well, I think, by all of these game companies and Netflix and whatnot that try to adapt his IP into stuff. I heard a discussion a while back that some people don't like how he writes and they couldn't finish the books because they felt offended that he is like stealing all of these fairy tales and like not coming up with anything original. But I think there is nothing original. Everything is derivative, especially art. Something like anything that you create has already been created in some shape, way, or form. You know? And I personally really enjoyed the way that he adapted all of those folklore tales into like this grim medieval fantasy setting. Thought it was cool. Hello, hello. Yeah, I think she's not too far off. Obviously her hands didn't work. But we can start on her clothing, right? Where's the reference? Cool. So, the way I always start out, any clothing, let's save first. Cool. So let's start masking. Got a choker. Give her a choker. Put a mask. Yeah, I think it's gonna be the fastest way. Like so. And I'm not too worried about like how wobbly it is. We can fix it. maybe a bit higher. Oh, this is good. Control-Shift-D on my keyboard to make a copy. Delete lower, delete higher. Sharpen the mask by Control-Alt clicking on the mesh. Control-Alt click and to sharpen. Then Control-W to make a group. And then, how did I do that? Control-Shift-click to isolate the group. Let's delete it. Now we've got jagged edges, you know the drill. We go to Deformation tab and do Polish by Groups. Couple hundred times. And now it's ready for zero measure magic. Awesome. Lower. And even lower. Let's say half. Cool. Got ourselves a base of a choker. Bit uneven. We can fix it though. Delete these. Double is on. Let's mask the bottom. Invert it. And now if you hold down Control and drag one of the axes, it will start to like clip it, similar to how Maya does it, with like snapping stuff to the grid. So, on the opposite side too. Okay, so now it should be more even. Pull it up. Клёвые стримы у тебя. Рад, что ты решила продолжить на своем канале. Спасибо большое. Да я давно хочу на своем канале тоже что-то делать, помимо максонов. Контент. Все дела. Плюс меня вдохновляют такие ютуберы, как Оля Ануфриева, которые стримят, у них свой комьюнити, и все так лампово, все так мило. Okay, before I reproject anything, I like to save, because me, Zbrush, and project tool, we just don't mesh together. Cool. This time around, everything went fine. So I just quickly reprojected it. Now it's kind of like clipping through the surface, so it's like digging in. The fastest way to fix it is just hold down Control and drag the yellow square. So what it will do, like inflate. Basically what inflate does in Deformation tab, but it's just faster. Well, let's just color it. Was it purple? What did I paint it? Yeah, like lilac color. Almost sounds like my name. Although that's not how you pronounce it, it's just some people and some Laylas like for their name to be pronounced like Lila. But that's not me. Okay, cool. Choker in place. Let's move on. It's fine for now. We can like very quickly, just to get everything in place, throw in this to represent the gem that she's got. And the reason why I painted the green gem was because of like Rapunzel. I wanted to give like a nod to her green eyes, and like on the tiara that she has in the cartoon, she's also got like a green gem. I'm pretty sure. Оля и Саша, да, муд с скультов сразу накатил. Саша. Саша это кто? А, девочка Саша, да? Да, она тоже клевая. А, Ладош. Потому что есть еще. Или ее не Саша зовут. Столько стримеров. Turn her eyes back on. I think the scale is off. This one. Quickly scale it up. Oh. Now she's got like a corset thing that I did not think through what that corset was meant to be. Just went with feeling, so let's do that. And I like to mask with lasso without the perspective turned on. Makes my job easier. You know what? For this space, let's cut it out. Oh, I wonder if YouTube is gonna be okay with this sort of nudity. Surely it's art, right? So YouTube should be fine, right? Guess we'll see. Let's make this into a corset. This might be a bit too high. Trying to think of like fun shapes we could implement on the back as well, because I didn't draw the back of her. So we'll have to figure it out as we go. Just turn out colors. I think it's gonna do anything. Turn off colors. I mean, this is gonna be better. I just like to see her face painted, but I guess it's fine. Okay, this is not working for me shape-wise. Let's keep it as that. Okay, Control-Shift-D on my keyboard again. Delete higher, delete lower, sharpen the mask, and Control-W to make the group isolated and delete hidden. Go to deformation. I should bring it out here. Yeah, I have it here. Why do I keep on going there? Polish by groups. I guess that's why. It's a bit annoying. Now let's go to zero measure. And then YouTube will not ban it. That's good. Good to hear. 1 second. Remember to drink water. Lower, lower, okay, half. Again, again. The lower we can go, the better. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. And again, same thing, just inflate it a little bit so we can see it. Let's just drag some dots around. Trying to stay as low in polygons as possible. That's the key to a clean sculpt. Oftentimes I'll see people jumping straight into like very fine details without refining the silhouette and the shapes. And yeah, it's just a tip for you guys if you suffer from it too. Just spend good like 10 hours refining the shapes and silhouette. Trust me, it will go a long way. 1 second. By the way, I got a new camera. I don't know if you guys can tell. It should be like sharper and it should have like a better focus if I were to like show off anything from my desk. Like this. I don't know, it should focus. Yeah. Yes. So. Okay, so that's the base for the corset. Cool. I think that will work. It needs some straps though. How should they go? I thought clothes were sculpted directly on the body. No. Unless... no. Even in like miniatures or figurines, they'll usually separate it out in a separate subtool. If they want to go for like traditional, I don't know, art sculpture feel, you know, where there's like, it's a marble sculpture and they have like fine silk and you can kind of like see through it and it's like blended with the figure, then yes. But I can't think of any other case where you would blend or like sculpt the clothes on the character. Да, с камерой почетче стало. Да, должно быть лучше. Ну и свет еще другой, я стримлю вечером сейчас. Okay, let's add that ruffled middle part. I haven't figured out what I want to do with it yet, but it's you know what I mean by that, right? A lot of like medieval female clothing will have that. Even like some girls nowadays will have those like long dresses that will have like ruffles, not ruffles, like bunched up cloth. in the middle, in the chest area. That's what I'm going for. Again, maybe we'll give ourselves a little bit more space than what we need. We can always trim it. And I'm not too worried about making them separate meshes because on the low poly I'll be able to combine them. I think this is good. Control-Shift-D, you know the drill. Control-W. Delete lower, delete higher, isolate it, delete hidden. Inflate it slightly. Polish by groups. And let's zero mesh it. I wish I could build a character anatomy like you. Your characters look really good every time. Thank you. They don't always look good from the start. If you watch any of my streams from before, like I start out and it doesn't look good. And just through repetition and again and getting feedback and like stepping away from the sculpt for a few days and then giving myself feedback, that it gets better. Now, what I'd like to do is to tell Zero Mesher to make this topology in a certain way. What I mean by that, we're gonna slice it in the direction that I want the loops to flow. What's up with my mouth today? I like pronounced. Okay, so now let's say smooth groups a little bit, but try to maintain them. And sure enough, it's trying. It's not doing a really good job here, so let's like smooth it and do again. Awesome. Thank you, Zero Measures. That's kind of what I wanted. I wanted all of these to be continuous loops without any like weird changes happening here. This is fine. It's a bit unavoidable. Awesome. Now what we could do, just leave it like this and like push this out to wrap around it. And again, colors, fill, fill. Nice. That's sort of the idea. And just don't give up. And reach out to different servers. We have a server in Discord where I give feedback. If you want, you can join it and just submit your work to feedback thread, and I'll get back to you. Someone else will, you know, like, people are usually very supportive. Doesn't hurt to reach out. Okay, let's quickly give her some straps. The fastest way would be Control-Shift-D to duplicate her body. Let's go down a level. She's not too... maybe even 2 levels. Yeah, and let's grab a curve strap snap. By default, it should snap to the body. Right? Oh, come on, man. Now, hitting 6 on the keyboard will smooth out the curve. And if we go to stroke, we can freeze the starting point, like lock start. Now when we pull out, it stays in place. We can like adjust it more freely now without being worried. Okay. Straps just need to be slightly bit wider. Maybe like So. Maybe they need to go to the sides a bit more. There you go. Oof. Can be tricky sometimes to get it to flow the way that you want it to. Which is fine. Let's just do it manually. So this is where it didn't flow correctly. Let's just push it in. And by the way, her design is not final. I probably will change it slightly, depending on how it looks and translates into 3D. Some places might look odd, and I'll just change them, why not? Then I might receive feedback as well. Might adjust it based on that. So I'm trying to stay open and not get too attached to a certain look. If you'd like to participate, please join in. It's not my challenge, I don't get anything out of it. But I do believe that what the community at Zugzug is doing is great. So let me quickly do a shout out to them. Whoop. Here is like the progress on the challenge, as you can see. Lots of people doing awesome stuff. Some people ODing locally. Crazy. This person is making like a vampire Jinx, which looks awesome. This is like, what was it? Mundo? Dr. Mundo? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So the text string. This person is already posing, maybe? Anyway. It's got like so many talented people participating. There are even prizes to be won, which is awesome. And they just extended it to 14th of January. So starting from tomorrow, you'll have 1 month. Just plenty of time. So for her bell, what do you call them? Bell sleeve? I think I have one of them on me right now for this. We'll just be duplicating it, deleting almost all the levels, and then like let's select just this part, delete hidden, and let's say we only need one side, right? So other groups, delete hidden. Now let's slice it right about here. And delete hidden, and here you go. Got a base mesh for our bell sleeve. I don't really know all the fashion terms, just the basics, so I might be wrong. Okay, now let's remesh it. You'll see it happen again and again. I'll just keep on zero meshing stuff.
Just for light.
Sorry, I was just telling my partner that the Witcher 3 trailer, oh sorry, Witcher 4 trailer came out. He still hasn't seen it, even though it's been hours, which is unacceptable. In this household, it is. Okay, not bad. I'd say very good job, Zero Mesher. However, we need to stitch these two together, which brings us to ZModeler, which I love. I came to love this tool. I was always a bit intimidated by it. So an easy way to do it is to do stitch, and let's do 2 points, and not to the end point, but to the midpoint, which is kind of like they'll meet in the middle, as opposed to meeting to like an end point, or as it says, to the start point. So click this, click that, and they are joined. There you go. We've got clean topology to work on. An easy way to make it look more like the bell sleeve. Let's do one thing. Let's add some support loops on either side. Now let's add a subdivision level. Then go to masking and mask by feature border. Now let's blur it out and inflate it. That's just a very fast and easy way to make it look more like a sleeve. Okay, mask it again, blur it, smooth it out a little bit too. You guys go quiet. Learning. That's good. I'm glad I can pass down some knowledge. Okay, it's fine. It's not the cleanest. Not a fan of this. Whatever is going on there. Okie dokie. You explain it really good too, so there are no questions, I think. Fair enough. They don't have to be 3D related though, it's mostly just adding, you know. Are you guys looking forward to the holidays? Gonna celebrate it with family or friends? Maybe playing games? That's what I'll be doing. Sorry, if somebody subscribed to my channel and I forgot to turn on the notification thing, I'm sorry. 1 second. That. this one up. Okay, so 8 people are watching on YouTube. Okay, we'll leave it for now, even though it's a bit annoying. Let's do the other one. It's gonna be the same logic. Duplicate it. Go to the lowest subdivision level. Delete higher. We even have the good topology now. So it's right kind of like in the middle of the bicep. So let's try and get it. Let's go to delete. Polyloop. And polyloop in ZBrush terms, it's kind of like just one loop. When I was just starting out with ZBrush, I didn't know that if you zoom in, you see this yellow line that appears? It's a bit hard to see. Let's change. There you go. This yellow line will determine the direction in which you're gonna be deleting or adjusting the polyloop. I had no idea. I just didn't see it and I would get so frustrated. Oh wow, this is not a good topology. This is why you don't use zero meshed topology in animation. But it's fine because it's just for sculpting, so yeah, so it's gonna keep on doing that. It's fine. Let's just do slice curve. Slice here. Slice there. Now, order groups. We're just left with this band. Delete, hidden. Pretty happy with the shape. Now, all that's left to do is zero mesh it. And zero mesher is just mwah. It's really good when it comes to like cylindrical shapes or like straps. Anything simple, it does it very well. Family and then friends. Nice. Oh my god, looks so good. Any chance you would make 3D models public for animation purposes? You can send me a message on Instagram or Discord and we can talk about that. I most of the time don't do that because my characters are based off somebody else's concepts. So I cannot like distribute them without the permission of the 2D artist. It's kind of the same logic as with selling stuff. I wouldn't be able to sell anything that isn't mine. But I have shared my previous model, the General Rowan, the lady with the shield and the gun. I shared her with one rigger on LinkedIn. They're yet to come back to me. But I am hoping one day they will. And they'll have like a rig that you can play around with. Let's save. And drink some water. Same logic here. You can either crease and subdivide it a couple of times, which works fine. Or we could add like a support loop. Either way. Masking, mask border, smooth it out. Deformation, we can try inflate balloon. It might work better for this. Yeah, I don't mind it. Looks a bit like a donut. Let's scale this up a little bit. Masking, border, smooth, invert, inflate like this, or inflate like this. So inflate balloon and inflate, they just have a slightly different way in which they inflate stuff. Normal inflate, it's kind of like equal in all directions, and it's just like basically not exploding your mesh, but inflating your mesh. An inflated balloon is trying to mimic like an inflatable object. Think of like inflatables for the pool or that you use to learn how to swim. So it will do it in that manner, you know. So it might be good like for a puffer jacket or something. Yeah, and let's just bring it down. One thing that I try to keep in mind when sculpting anything on the character's arms, you have to think that you're sculpting in either like a T pose or an A pose. And let's say there is, I don't know, a belt or a sleeve. What you have to think about is the gravity, or like maybe a fold. Let's say like a very baggy sleeve that you have. You shouldn't be sculpting it as if the character always stayed in the T pose. So I'll see a lot of people sculpting those folds like they're just being dragged towards the center of Earth, so like normal gravity, right? Makes sense for the T pose. But then think about it, how it's gonna look like when the character's arms are down. Makes no sense anymore because you were sculpting it as if it was pulled towards the gravity. So you have to find like a perfect middle ground that it looks like it's affected by gravity, but it's not locked in for the T pose or A pose. It could work in just a normal pose as well. So it's the little things that nobody really talks about. Unless you like work in a team and your supervisor is like very experienced, or maybe you watch some live streams or feedback sessions. You kind of get that knowledge from there. That's where I got it from. See, thank you. Hello. You skipping only English? Нет. Почему? Мне люди по-русски писали, я отвечала. This spot is annoying me because I have a star here that I didn't place, but Geometry did. So I have to live with it for now. Fine. It's fine. What if we clay polish it? Oh, wrong way. У тебя уже есть акцент на русском? Не знаю. Есть? Не, мне кажется, еще рано, чтобы что-то появилось такое. Я слова заменяю на русском, на английский. Это проблема. We can get into small details later. I just want to block out the whole outfit for now. Give her pants. I recently installed Zbrush and tried to create Jinx from scratch and it didn't go well. You could say you jinxed it. Hey, dad jokes. What didn't go well? Need to see the backside of Jinx. How low are her pants? Okay. I have some references on my other screen. It's kind of like goes like this. Ha ha ha. You guys don't have to laugh, it's not a really good joke. I got stuck trying to make her face exactly like the reference. No, man. I feel you. Her face is very elusive because her model will look one way, but then the textures that Vertice production just masterfully crafted makes her look entirely different. So I think I'll be fixing her like face, her proportions until like the very end. Even when I get to texturing and like I've already be done with like low poly, I'll keep on tweaking it. The faces are hard. Sometimes in production at work, we'll get through like the entire process. The actually will be done with topology, UVs, texturing, grooming. It will be rigged. It will be simmed. And then there will be something about their face that the client doesn't like, or the art director doesn't like. You go all the way back, you rebake the textures or displacement maps if you're working for like animation production. You know that displacement maps can take a long time to bake. You do it all over again because you're getting paid for it. Okay, let's come back to my concept. One of her pants is shorter. One is lower. Maybe this lower, and then we'll cut out the zigzag. Sounds like showing this much of a knee, I think. What's the fastest way to do it? Turn off perspective, that's for sure. Let's just start on painting, I guess. Once. Sharp triangle here. Here. And they don't have to be perfect either. Jinx is like fully asymmetrical, so one triangle doesn't match to the other, it's fine. Мысли приходят уже на английском? Да, они формируются на английском. Там уже без перевода. Когда переехала, только я переводила в голове. Теперь все иначе. Поэтому слова и забываются на русском, когда я там с родителями говорю. Пытаюсь звучать нормально. Не получается. Я звучу как какой-то озвучка в Инстаграме с AI голосом. Как шутка в английском языке есть, не знаю. Если не носитель или прям отлично не говоришь, что непонятно будет. Может, понятно, не знаю. Короче, есть эти же bilingual. Люди, которые владеют двумя языками. И оно пишется через типа bilingual. Ну и люди заменяют это на типа by, типа пока. Bilingual. Прощаешься с знаниями в обоих языках. Anyway. I hope you guys don't mind that I keep on switching between two languages. I try to embrace it as part of me, who I am. I have two great audiences that speak different languages. and I try to accommodate to both. Plus, we live in such an era that after the stream, maybe like after an hour, the subtitles will be available. So if anyone comes later, they'll be able to turn them on and just translate. It's pretty cool, huh? Неплохая шутка. Okay, not bad. Make a bigger triangle. Smaller one here, because why not? I'm not being super clean by any means. Just trying to get the shapes there. 1 second. Да не, наоборот, клево, что на стримах с тобой можно на английском подтянуть. Английский подтянуть. Супер, я рада. Я вот тоже вроде пытаюсь на английском говорить, но выходит на уровне пытающегося. Ну так это же уже уровень. Какая разница какой? Art in the background. It's a shared office. Just... Big one? Or like flat one? Видела где-то экарше с жировыми отложениями? Да. Видела. А что? Надо? Hi Layla, looking beautiful today. Thank you. Does it mean I didn't look beautiful yesterday? I'm just kidding. I always get confused by those kind of comments though. Надо, где такие есть. Сейчас. Только на днях кидала в свою Discord-группу. Это такой shameless plug. Ссылки в описании, по-моему, к Дискорду. Ну, я не знаю, если это экарше, но это прям хороший стадик. Не знаю, если за такое YouTube забанит, поэтому я уберу-ка это с экрана. I'll just send it to the chat. No, you're always beautiful in your work and in your looks. Wow. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a way to make a compliment. Thank you. Спасибо, пожалуйста. Okay, so the way the Z remesher logic works. It doesn't like when you go straight for like 0.1 polygons. It will freak out. So your best bet with something more detailed, and this one's got quite a bit of details here, is to start high and then with each version like to go down. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Now, yeah, make sure to turn off symmetry, otherwise it will try to mirror it. Спасибо, thank you. You're welcome. Спасибо. I was just saying that. How much did I speak without the microphone on? I was just saying that ZeroMesher doesn't like when you go from like very detailed mesh to 0.1. So what you should try and do is to like go up and then go down, and with each version, like it will work better. And this is not terrible. It's not the best one, but I've seen worse from ZeroMesher. Yeah, whatever's going on here is not really good. The triangles, damn. Let's delete them. Delete a single poly. Now let's just pull these ones to resemble a triangle. Oh, gross. So, one trick we could do, I think, is go to edge loop, set it to 0, set this to 0, and maybe 1 and 0. And let's do this. And what we'll do, it will add this trim to your polygroups, which could be, yes, a good way for us to preserve the cutout details. Okay, same drill. Oops. I think I'll take a quick dinner break for like 10 minutes and then I'll come back to it. So if you guys want, you can also grab some food or a drink in the meantime.
Your viewers are not allowed to eat.
I allow them to eat. Things for the inside, all good. So that's a good base. They're pretty tight to her skin. There'll be just like some cloth folds here and there, but I'd say they'll have to resemble her body pretty closely. Now I'm starting to notice some proportional differences that I'll have to fix soon. I have a feeling that her knees are way too low, or maybe this part is way too long. We might have to do this real quick. And then let's go down and mask this area, similar to what we did in the beginning of the stream, remember? With her eyes being inset. Yeah, so we're gonna do the same thing. But I think it's gonna be faster instead of masking everything, just to move them up. And then here, also to move it up. There you go. I think that's slightly a bit better. We'll see. Her boots will take on quite a bit of space as well, so it might look better once we have the boots in. Okay. So something happened here. What is going on? Let's just isolate this bit, reverse and delete it. Out of sight, out of mind. Just like anything or anyone toxic out of your life, just isolate them, invert them, and delete them. Okay, what else are we missing? Man, her arms are very disproportionate now too, now that I notice it. Can't unsee it. Clothing really helps find the right proportions. This needs to be a bit lower. And with that, let me quickly go grab something to eat. And then I'll be back in 10 minutes. So let's give her quickly a be right back tattoo. BRB. There you go. You guys can like compare her to the concept art. Maybe tell me what you've observed. Tell me something about proportions. I'm very bad at proportion. How you manage? Yeah, I'll get back to you after the break and we can chat about proportions. Okay, come back and tell me. Приятного аппетита, я тоже пока отойду. Easy. Приятного тоже, если будете кушать. And I'm back. Thank you guys for waiting. All fueled up, ready to go. Where are her eyelashes? Okay, let's get rid of my masterful tattoo art. Приятного аппетита. Ой, спасибо большое. Вот по вот этому этикету я очень скучаю. В Новой Зеландии нет привычки или вообще манеры говорить приятного аппетита. Нет даже никакого слова в английском. How you're back now? Tell me. Okay. Tell us something about proportions. I'm very bad. How do you manage? Block out. Always block out your characters, at least if they're stylized. For realistic, even for realistic it can work. Also, just doing this. So you have character in full height. Bring this on top of it. Scale it. So like roughly the size, right? Now let's set the opacity to something low. And let's check how good of a job I did on the proportions. Now you can even save this view as a camera. Let me quickly see if I aligned it right. More or less. This seems to be the right alignment. Cool. Okay. So I can already see that I have some things that are hitting the concept and some that are not. Okay, it happens. So her legs are too long. Again. Something I could address very easily now because I haven't sculpted a lot of stuff. Your proportion is very nice. Now it's off, so we can make it better. You still have space because quick save is happening quite often. Yeah. Wow, more better. I haven't changed anything. Now let's select like all of these. Right? Maybe not these. Maybe these are fine. Let's try and scale them down. Okay. I think it's better. Now, a crotch. Way too low. Try and bring it up a little bit. smooth it out a little bit as well. This song is very loud for some reason. Okay. Bugging me a little bit. The placement of her belly button. You know, sometimes I think that English is a blessing because of how simple some words are. It just makes sense why it's like a worldwide spoken language, because belly button, you know, bird house, or boyfriend, girlfriend. Everything is like very modular and simple. However, sometimes, because my native language is Russian, grew up in Moldova in a family of Moldovans and Russians, I miss weird sounding words, you know? Even belly button in Russian is pupok. And it's silly. It's funny. It's funny sounding. It's random too. It makes zero sense why it was called that way. Yes, I like boyfriend girlfriend words. Okay, don't get creepy, okay? We don't want that in the chat. You know what I mean, guys? I don't know, it's a weird thing. I don't know if it's gonna be a far reach, but if you played Witcher 3, there's a quest where you need to help out a godling. Don't remember what it was in Russian. Basically like this little boy with blue skin, and he lost his voice because the witches of the bog took it. And basically you help him out so he can help you out find Siri. And the first thing he does as soon as he gets his voice back, he starts shouting out different random words that sound good. And I kind of get him, you know? I don't have a lot of words in English that sound good to me, but I have lots of them in Russian. They just make me smile. Hi, Pink Arts, welcome to the stream. Yes, which games you like to play? Play any games? No, not any. I love games that have like story emphasis. They're like story rich. I like memorable characters, making difficult decisions. Love that. Place her feet in. I love moral ambiguity, where it's basically Witcher Free. That's what I'm describing. I'm describing Witcher Free, where it's not like black or white. It's like gray in the middle. You might have made a decision, and it's like neither good or bad. I like that in games. You can kind of like start to see the pattern why I love Witcher Free, huh? Yeah. I'm currently playing through Life is Strange 2. In my opinion, much better game than the first one. If you haven't played, it's a story with like lots of consequences that are based off your actions. And you actually feel like what you say will have an impact. Which I guess can be stressful for some people. I don't know why I like it. Okay. We'll keep this one in for now. I like first-person shooter game. Cool. Good on you. В комментах написали, I can't believe we finally get Gwent 2. Lol. Trolls will be trolls. It's funny. Anyone else get the feeling in the trailer? It might just be me. So I watched the Netflix show. I know. The Netflix Witcher show. And it was horrible. Sorry. Sorry, Henry Cavill. I'm sorry, Anya Chalotra and Freya Allen and everyone else who played beloved characters. It was just not a good show. And the trailer for the new Witcher, to me, I had a weird feeling like Netflix was influencing it. Like they took something from the show. Maybe it's that creature that she fights. It reminded me something from the show. And it just felt weird. I don't know. Okay. So it might be faster if I just do quick Dynamesh. There you go. Now let's start blocking out the shoe. I didn't prepare any references, so it might look weird, so bear with me. Oh, okay. So for that not to happen, you should turn on backface mask. And you can find it in brush auto masking, backface mask. Let's do it this way though. I'll switch the shader to something that we can see clearly. No? Better. Speaking of disappointments, during today's game show awards, there was a category called the best adaptation of like a video game into something else, like a movie or a TV show. And you know, the nominees were Arcane, obviously. Then there was Fallout, the HBO show, which apparently is really good. Haven't seen it yet. And then 2 or 3 others that weren't very memorable. And you know what? Fallout won. And I haven't seen Fallout, but it's hard for me to imagine a show topping Arcane in terms of like everything. Narrative, character writing, art style. It's just, it was a weird one to me. Okay, so with this one, I quickly want to do this. Now let's grab, this is fine, I guess. Как смотришь на Сизбен Лекс во втором сезоне Аркейна? Ну так в лоре Лиги Легенд, типа в официальная игра давно уже подтвердила, что Кейтлин и Вай это самое. Как бы давно уже было подтверждено, что они лесбиянс. Как бы это было очень странно, что они этим решили заняться в тюрьме. Но в то же время я понимаю, что фан-база у Аркейна такая, что, думаю, это понравилось больше людям, чем людям, которым это не понравилось. Меня это смутило. Не в плане, что я против геев, просто я не ожидала этого. Сцена как-то очень быстро пошла, и прям так. Эй, быстро. Завертелась, закрутилась. I'm not gonna pronounce that. It might be something. Which is this language? I don't know. Согласен, предпосылок к этому было не так много. Не, мне кажется, были. Они целовались же и все дела. Просто из ниоткуда это пришло. Не знаю. Мне кажется, может, потому что последний эпизод был очень таким сжатым. Не было времени дышать во время него. Может, поэтому оно казалось немного странным. For any of you guys wondering, we're discussing the hot scene in the jail cell from Arcane with Caitlyn and Vi. I'm just saying that it came out of nowhere and took me by surprise. Well, not out of nowhere, just I knew that they were in love. It was just so sudden. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. I guess they're doing that now. You're talking in which language? Ah, in Russian. These boots look awful. Maybe I should look up Jinx's boot reference, because lots of cosplayers have already done it. But boots always look bad until they don't, so trying not to be too hard on myself. Okay, this will be the soles of her feet. There you go. And they sort of have like this heel to them as well. Hey, can we animate ZBrush character directly? What do you mean, like this? This kind of topology? Is it possible? Yes. Is it recommended? No. You need to optimize your model and do retopology. If you don't, well, very few places are gonna hire you. Because it's quite essential to the pipeline, knowing how to optimize your models. Retopo in Maya? Retopo anywhere. I've seen people who even do Retopo in ZBrush if they really want to. I don't recommend it in ZBrush. I would say I use Maya, but I've seen lots of good stuff done out of Blender, 3ds Max, Topogun, even like Cinema 4D if you want to. But I use Maya. It's just easy. Well, we have lots of knowledge. Yes, indeed I do. I have enough. Enough to share. Oops, accidentally pressed something, not sure what. Guess we'll find out soon. Again, please don't pay attention to how dirty I'm working right now. It's just for the basic shapes. I want to get everything in. Also, that's the boots, kind of. Let's just pull out the front part a bit more, so it doesn't look like her skin, more like a boot. Okay. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Oh, look. Let's turn on the perspective. So first of all, they look too high. Maybe the back needs to be higher, taller, and the front needs to be lower. Who knows? What else can we talk about? Oh yeah, on her design, you know how originally Jinx got tattoos on her belly and her arms of like those clouds? So I tried painting them in. Then the design got a bit over like crowded and it started to look dirty. So there were like too many elements fighting for attention, like her braid with flowers and then all of these stripes and then the tattoos as well. So I'm thinking maybe I could still add them but somewhere else and maybe of a different color. But that's her original ones. Привет, землячка, ешь творти фамоса и волосы шикарные. Спасибо большое. Yeah, so don't know about the clouds. I tried making them yellow to be in line with Rapunzel's like solar pattern. You know what I'm saying? She's got this thing with suns in the movie. She sees them like everywhere and they're like the emblem of her kingdom, I think. Hey, boots. They're okay. We can move on for now. They'll need a lot more polish, but it is what it is. Let's give her... So she needs all of these belts and the skirt that I drew. Try and do that. So let's start with this main belt. Apparently, from what I'm seeing on the concept art for Jinx, it goes all around. Control-Shift-D. Delete higher. And let's just drag it out. Like so. And while we're still here, we can add 2 more. You see, I almost did the Jinx reference from the 2nd season. If you know, you know. Oh. That starts here, goes down, and then goes up. Again, not too worried about how wobbly this looks. We can hit 6 on the keyboard a couple of times, and you see what happens to the line. It smooths out. If you click on it again, it will update the mesh as well. If you ever find yourself like you have too much like excess stuff, curve, you can go to curve stroke, curve panel, and do elastic, and then just whoop, and you kind of like remove it. Thank you, Albert Santos, for subscribing to the channel. Hey, I set it up right so you guys can see it. It's good. Let me know if it's too loud. I'll adjust it after the stream. I'm gonna make it not stick to the surface too much. It's okay. Thank you, Danny. Good to know. Okay. 2 belts down, 1 more to go. Again, curve strap snap. Going from here to the back. Let's turn off the elastic for now. Really good. Let's move out 6. And now another thing we could do is turn off snap. Do it again. Maybe let's leave it on. Ugh. Hey Layla, have you seen the Witcher 4 trailer? What do you think of it? Just discussed it at the beginning of the stream, but I'm happy to do it again. Really. It just might, some of you might get sick of it by this point. I found it to be good. However, I'm a bit confused. Close your ears. You haven't seen it. Can you hear me?
A little bit.
Okay. Well, just don't listen to me. I'm gonna discuss the trailer. Got a bit confused with the whole Siri thing. You know how there are 3 endings of Witcher 3, where in one, Ciri becomes the Witcher, best ending. Second one, okay ending, she becomes the Empress of Nilfgaard. Third ending, she enters the tower and you never see her again. Kind of like the worst ending. How are they gonna pull that off, you know? So I'll have to write canon stories for 3 different like endings. Because CD Projekt Red is known for trying to respect people's decisions, even from Witcher 2 to Witcher 3. You could carry over your save or answer some questions and let the game know how your playthrough went. So I wonder how they're gonna pull that off with Siri. Me personally, on my 3 playthroughs that I got, I would always get the best ending because I always wanted it to be that way, where Siri becomes a Witcher. Hey, who knows? Who knows? Такие новости по ИИ и заменит 3D-художников еще не скоро. А я шо ж, знаю все. А пока что никого не заменили. Концептеров, типа, заменяют, но не знаю. У нас пока никого не заменили. Но по фрилансу в этом году, да, у меня почти каждый фриланс — это какой-то концепт с ИИ. Что меня лично бесит. Потому что там, да, красивое лицо, красивая какая-нибудь там поза, но потом ты приглядываешься, всякие такие детали, как белтс и там, не знаю, какие-то сапоги. И на сапогах там, блин, 10 тысяч каких-то шнурков, связанных вместе, какими-то золотыми бляшками. И эти бляшки впиваются в другие шнурки, и свисают с них, и там еще какие-то бусинки висят. И ты делаешь это как-то там, пытаешься что-то придумать, делаешь свое, отсылаешь им. И такие, это не так на концепте. Такой, да, ну, не важно. Чё, реально? Я не повторила точно так же, как и концепт? Anyway. Пока никого не заменили. Again, roughly in place. Nothing is final. Moving the belts. Like so. Like so. Okay, let's give them the color. It's good enough. И не понимает, что такое шнурки, да? Как такого можно на работу нанять? Это ж первое, что детей учат. I usually don't listen to the music that's playing. This one's nice. Okay. So from here all the way here is this, I don't know what to call it, a skirt? Yeah, when the belt is sticking out of the character's stomach in the AI concept, that's quite the cringe. Yeah, and you're like talking to the person who just sent it to you, like let's say they're the client or person who communicates with the client, and you're like, so you approved this? You didn't see anything wrong with it? Not even like you couldn't get the 2D artist to clean it up and make sense? It would have taken them like 1 hour, but it would have saved me hours of like trying to find images on the internet and trying to make sense of it. You know? Just saying. Can be a good practice. I don't believe it should be used as like a final concept art. As a crutch to get through the first barrier of entry, like get the idea across. Yeah, whatever, use it. But don't get rid of concept artists. All the AI art is so soulless, so just meh. Sorry. I've seen lots of good-looking AI art, and I can appreciate that, like, the colors and the composition and the shapes, they're appealing. Everything is soulless. Sorry, I haven't seen a single AI art that made me feel anything. Как тебе жизнь в НЗ? Знаю, что далеко не всем по душе местные особенности. А местные в плане, что ты тут тоже живешь? Или типа местные как бы от меня? Музыку сниму, иначе я себя не слышу. Начинаю чушь болтать. В Новой Зеландии я немного устала. Я редко об этом говорю, потому что как бы нужно ценить, что имеешь, и я ценю. Тут очень чисто и спокойно относительно с остальным миром. Но ты на острове посередине океана, и ты работаешь в такой узкой индустрии, которая на острове еще уже. Работы мало. Сразу же ничего не буду там как это приукрашивать. Или как это там говорится. Трудно. Трудно, что родственники все на другом континенте, и лететь до туда стоит очень дорого. Это как бы особенность того, что если хочешь тут жить, тебе нужно хорошо зарабатывать, если ты хочешь путешествовать или у тебя там родственники на другом конце света. Это одна тема. Но это типа, чтобы дать немного пример, потому что люди говорят, да, ну можно же сохранить деньги. Долететь до Молдовы мне бы стоило сейчас через полгода, если бы я брала себе билет, 2400 новозеландских долларов. 2300 новозеландских долларов. Не знаю, что это USD. $1300 на одного человека. В обе стороны. Это дорого. Особенности жизни тут. Все очень на чиле. Очень на чиле. Чиловая страна. Там могут, дедлайны гореть, но это пятница, 4 часа вечера. Все уже пьют корону. И всем пофиг на дедлайны. Пусть все горит. Спасибо за ответ. Пожалуйста. Природа очень красивая. Очень красивая. I forgot to delete. No. Delete hidden and let's zero mesh again. Okay, pretty happy with what Zero Mesher has done for me. Thank you very much, Zero Mesher. Now, back to me. And if you ever see me looking to the side on my keyboard, it's because in my 24 years on this planet, I've learned lots of things, 2 languages, a whole career, how to do handstands, but I am yet to learn my keyboard bindings and where letters are. Just, you know, can't be good at everything, I guess. It would be nice though, if I knew them. I would like save so much time. Mask this edge. And now grab lasso tool and unmask as much as we need. Just like this upper portion. Extrude edge loop. Ooh. Why doesn't it do it? Oh well. It is what it is. I watched Hotel Grand Budapest for the first time in my life the other day, and it was delightful. Such a good movie. I was familiar with Wes Anderson's work before that, but that movie was just great. I enjoyed it a lot. Made me want to sculpt one of the characters of the main cast. Don't remember their name. One guy plays Voldemort, and the other one, not sure what he's famous for. Have you guys seen Grand Budapest Hotel? Nah. I recommend it. Like, you know, like a very visually pleasing movie. You watch it and it's just beautiful. But also the story is good. Starting right now then. There you go. Come to the stream next week and tell me. Let's say Wes Anderson got a very unique style. So once you watch one movie, you'll be able to tell every other movie apart. They're very usually colorful, and then he's obsessed with this like symmetry in all the shots. I mean all the shots. There'll be symmetry of some kind. It almost looks like those paintings you can put on the wall. Those like retro paintings. You see what I mean about symmetry? Well, this is AI. Это Андерсон. Смотрел «Остров собак», очень классный, как и «Мистер Фокс». Вот. 2 уже смотрел, можно и «Гранд Будапешт» посмотреть. Я тоже смотрела и «Остров собак», но не смотрела «Мистер Фокс». Это следующий в списке. Да, он визуальный маньяк. Точно. Как вот это переводится по-русски? Есть такое, не знаю, что это заболевание или... О май гад. OCD. Obsessive Compulsive Disorder. Наверное, заболевание, не знаю. Когда все должно быть по определенным правилам, по определенным структурам, планам. I don't know how to say it in Russian. But that's what I feel like Wes Anderson has, in maybe like a mild form. I might be wrong. ОКР. Обсессивно-компульсивное расстройство. Окей. Видите, вы меня чему-то учите, я вас чему-то учу. And this thing has been bugging me for a while, so I'm gonna close it a little bit. trying to get nice shapes in. So always think about like negative space and just shape language. If you can improve and add more S-curves or like nice shapes into the clothing, do it. Okay, so that was before, that's now. Before, now. After watching today's trailer of Witcher, I was actually thinking it would be cool to make a Siri-inspired Jinx skin as another idea. Then I was like, nah, I need to stick to one and just do it. Her face looks a bit puffy. Not sure what happened. Looks like this. Okay. Also want to relax her eyebrows a little bit. Okay. Do I have... Yay, we do have a braid brush. How quickly can we give her some braids? I'd say pretty quickly. If you don't know what I'm doing, I basically have a braid brush, and instead of like normally painting it on the mesh, I go to curve and I set it to S line, so it's gonna draw it out as a line. Let's say it's around here. That would be 90 degree. Maybe this would be like 45 degree. Wow, what happened there? Okay. And her braid goes all the way down to her feet, which is about right. Let's just quickly change the size fallout. Something of this. Maybe even less. She barely has any tapering going on. There you go. Is that how many divisions or like braids she has though? Let's count quickly. I'd say she has less. Maybe something like this. Okay. There you go. It's one braid. It might be a bit too long. Let's see. Yeah, it's a bit too long. Yeah, let's redo it real quick. let's say stroke. No. Elastic. Okay, so making it slightly shorter and smaller in size. Sweet. Move it down. Okay, now we isolate this braid. Let's split it. And let's do mirror and weld. Oh, wrong tool. Mirror and weld here. Awesome. He's got some braids. We can rotate them down for now. And in case if you're wondering, I should keep them straight for now until I pose her, which is really far down the line, but it will just ensure that the rigging artist, in this case me, could place the joints exactly like in one line and won't be wobbly. Okay, what else can we do for today before I go? So I think another like 10 minutes and it'll be 3 hours since we started sculpting, streaming and sculpting. So that would be good time to wrap up. If you have any questions, ask them now. About 3D or not, New Zealand or not, doesn't matter. I can rarely answer any personal questions on Max on stream, because obviously it's Max on stream. But I can say whatever I want here, I feel like. When this kind of thing happens, just mirror and weld and it should get fixed. Nice. Ты случайно не экспортировала алембик волосы Йети в мармосет? В Unreal у меня получилось, а марма никак не реагирует. Слушай, нет, ни разу в мармосет не заливала. Но еще и волосы Йети, мармосет. Это прям геройский поступок. Ну, наверное, Мармосет выдержит. Нет. Ты пробовал на английском гуглить как-то? Что на Йети вообще очень мало информации онлайн. Мы на работе в Йети грумим все. Я когда грумила, я чуть с ума не сошла, как мало информации онлайн. Fun fact. Аркейн использовал Йети как раз-таки для того, чтобы грумить волосы. Пишет просто импортируй и все. Чат GPT то же самое говорит. А Мармосет какую-то ошибку выдает, там, не знаю, если почитать лог. Типа текстовое такое окно. Текстовый такое окно. Я говорю по-русски. Думал, может, пятую Марму умеет. Нет, ничего не выдает. Странно. Может, еще не умеет. Хотелось бы. I see the problem, I think. Corners of her eyes need to be tilted upwards a little bit. Okay. Well, we got some stuff in. It's gonna be 3 hours and 5 minutes though. I think I'll be wrapping up. My throat is a bit sore from talking. So we're missing this thing, gloves, the skirt bit and belt and stocking here and here. And some like details as well. Frying pan will be easy to model. It'll take me like 20 minutes. Эти косы уже с Яви? Не знаю. По-моему, это... Да. Это кисточка Юрия Москвина, который Юрий Фир. Или Фюр, не знаю. По-моему, он что-то там анврапил. Надо будет проверить. Но, говорит, ничего нет. Oh well. Я знаю, как быстро это делать в майке. Просто цилиндр. Okay. I think on that, I'll be ending the stream, guys. I might just throw in some thickness on these pants. Same here. Yep. Phew. Okay. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and chatting. As always, it is always nice to chat to you all. I really need to drink some tea because my throat is sore. Also, the lighting is a bit blown out because the sun has set outside and I'm just getting mostly lighting from my screens. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I'll be seeing you next week on Maxon stream. It's gonna be my usual time when I do it in the mornings. But yeah. Let's save. Спасибо, до новых встреч. Пожалуйста. Yeah. As always, I think I included my links in the description. If I didn't, you know where to find me. Layla, Visku, ArtStation, Instagram, even Telegram, and Discord. And until the next time, bye bye. Пока-пока.